Beautiful people, what's going on? It's Monday, November 6th. I'm your host, Amarje Morris, and you know where you at. You here at the breaks, baby. Let's get it.
These
are
the breaks. These are the breaks. You know what it is.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all living? How y'all feeling? Hopefully great and amazing. We're going to kick this thing off with some NBA, man. As you all know, I'm sure most of you guys know, James Harden was traded to the Los Angeles Clippers, and he's set to make his debut tonight. And I know a lot of people are skeptical about this move. Is it going to work? How it's going to work? In my opinion, I think it will. I feel for it to work, you got to have Russell Westbrook as the primary point guard. With his ability to penetrate, get into the paint, obviously he has playmaking skills, and James Harden's shooting ability, I feel that makes the most sense. Russell Westbrook can get into the paint, penetrate, drive, and kick. You have James Harden primarily as a spot-up shooter. Now, don't get me wrong. They're all going to handle the ball at some point. Kawhi, PG, they're all going to play point guard at some point. But I feel that's the best way it can work. And we all know James Harden's a lethal shooter. You could have Russ at the point, Harden at the 2, PG at the 3, Kawhi at the 4, and then, of course, you got Big Zubac in the center. So I love this move for the Clippers. I'm excited. I can't wait to see how they look tonight and just the rest of the season. I know they got championship aspirations, They got the new rule in place about the 65-game threshold for the All-NBA first team and MVP and all that. In my opinion, they don't care. They don't care about that. They're going to miss their fair share of games. We gotta realize that they're still gonna miss some games. As long as the good thing is we have the benefit or the luxury of being able to see at least one of them play each night, which is Kawhi or Paul George. There's been plenty of times where they've both missed the same game in the past, and now that's not able to happen. So at least we'll be able to see at least one of them play each night, and I think that's gonna be a dangerous lineup for a lot of teams if they could stay healthy for majority of the season. But yeah, it's going to be nice, man. So I think it's going to work out for the Clippers. I love this move for them. And like I said, Russ at the point, Harden at the 2, primarily spot-up shooting. But like I said, of course, he's going to handle the ball and do his thing. But yeah, that's what I got for the Clippers and James Harden. So we're going to keep this train moving. And I want to get into Victor Wembanyama, man. This dude is special. I know he's only 19, but he's averaging 20.6 points, 8 rebounds, on 50% shooting. Gonna be rookie of the year, no doubt, no question. Give him the keys, man. It's time to give him the keys and let him take over.
Okay.
I could tell Popovich he was just trying to see, okay, let me see what Victor can do. Let me see what he can do. Let me see what he can handle. Let me see everything he could do, how he plays. Because Pop even admitted during the offseason he really didn't pay any attention to Victor or anything. So now that Pop has seen what Victor can do, because he's been dominant, you're starting to see the players look for him more, make it a point to feed him more. And that's why I say give him the keys, because I think they're slowly going to start letting him run the show and take over. You have to. Super dominant, 7'4", handles, can shoot, he's blocking everybody's shot, swatting everything. Get that out of here. So Victor Wembanyama, man, the league is going to be his very soon. And yeah, that's another player I'm excited for, another team I'm excited for. So 19, 7'4", crazy, man. We've never seen anything like it. I know they say Bobo. They compare him to Bobo. They say it's similar, but we haven't seen Bobo play consistently. We haven't seen him in a main primary role like Victor's in with the Spurs. Excuse me. So, yeah, Pop, give Victor the keys, man. Let him take over. Of course, they're not championship ready yet. They still got to make some moves, build that team up a little more, maybe make a trade or here, bring in another veteran. But the future's bright for San Antonio, for the Spurs. And but I don't have them as a top 6 team. Like I said, they're not championship ready yet, but I don't have them as a top 6 team. My top 6 teams, Let me start off with the West since I'm speaking on the Spurs, or actually no particular order. So don't come at me. Don't get at me. No particular order. The Nuggets, the Warriors, the Thunder, the Pelicans, Clippers, and Timberwolves. Now I know you guys are probably like, D, you tripping, man. You don't got the Suns. You don't got Dallas. You don't got the Kings.
Bye-bye.
No, I don't. You just heard the list. I don't have any of those teams. The reason why, I'll start off with the Timberwolves. The reason why I have the Timberwolves, I think they'll be the better defensive team between the Suns and the Kings. We already see the Suns' defense pretty much non-existent. It'll improve a little bit, just because Frank Vogel's the head coach. He's a defensive-minded coach, so they'll tighten some things up along the way. But it's not going to improve significantly. The Kings, I want to see if they could build off of last season. There's been a couple seasons in the past where the Kings looked good and it looked like, okay, the next season they might be able to take a jump. Let's see. And it just doesn't happen. They end up regressing. So I want to see if the Kings can build off of last season and have even more success this year. I think Ant-Man for the Timberwolves,
Okay.
I think he's really about to take that next jump. And I think he's going to be one of the next top players in the league, along with Shai Gilgeous, Victor, Chet Holmgren, all these young guys that are coming up. The league is about to be his as well. They got McDaniels, and I can't forget if it's Jaden or I know he has a brother, but I can't remember which one's on the Timberwolves. But I know they got McDaniels, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I love what Naz Reid brings off the bench. Towns is healthy this year. He missed a lot of games last year. I believe he only played 29 games, something like that. So I believe the combo of Ant-Man and Karl-Anthony Towns is going to be deadly. The chemistry between Ant-Man and Gobert is going to be a lot better this year. And so that's why I would put the Timberwolves over the Kings and the Suns. Clippers, obviously, they can stay healthy. Pelicans, they can stay healthy. Like I said, they're still going to miss their share of fair games, even Zion, because they don't care about the All-NBA first team. They want to win a championship. That's their goal. So they'll still miss their fair share of games. You can never count out Steph Curry and the Warriors. You got to have them up there. And then the Nuggets, defending champs. How can you not have the Nuggets in the top six? So those are my top six for the West. Nuggets, Warriors, Thunder, Pelicans, Clippers, Timberwolves. Moving on to the East, Celtics, Bucks, 76ers, Cavs, Raptors, and Knicks.
Boom!
I kind of struggle with the sixth team. The last team that I put in there was the Cavs. Because I was thinking, I was like, the Hawks, ooh, maybe, could they? The Pacers, the Magic, I like what the Magic got going on, but no. Nah, I can't put them in over the Cavs. So those are my top six teams in the East. I still love the Raptors team. Even though they lost Fred VanVleet, Scotty Barnes is balling. That dude is legit. Former Rookie of the Year. Obviously, it's his team now. He's putting the team on his back. He's going crazy. But I like the core they got. You got Pascal Siakam. You got OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes. So I like what they're doing in Toronto. So I still have them as a top six team. And I'm sorry, to go back to the West, Dallas, I didn't have Dallas in there either, as you guys heard. I didn't have Dallas. I think with the Mavericks, I feel like they're lacking a scoring big, an all-around scoring big. You got Maxi Kleber, who's primarily a shooter, doesn't really give you much on the inside. They drafted the young guy out of Duke, I believe, Derek Lively. His jumper and his offense is coming along, but they're lacking a big man. I think they should trade Maxi Kleber to the Magic to get Wendell Carter. I think that's what they need. He could score on the inside. He could shoot on the perimeter, give you the mid-range. So that's what I think the Mavericks should do. But no, I don't have them as a top team in the West. So that's what I got for the NBA, man. Stick with us. Quick commercial break, and we coming right back with some NFL.
Hey everyone, I'm Neko Gumike with the LA Sparks, and you are watching Infanity Television.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Chanel Gwimike, and you're watching Infanity Television. Boom.
Shout out Infanity Television. This is Juju Watkins. See y'all.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I want to start off with some NFL. And I really just want to talk about C.J. Stroud, man, and the Houston Texans' victory against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Great game. Back and forth affair the whole game. Tampa Bay goes down, takes the lead with 46 seconds left in the game. Big touchdown pass from Baker Mayfield to the young tight end, Cade Otton. Looked like it was game over. Looked like, oh, the Bucs got this. It's in the bag. But no, not so fast, my friends, as Lee Corso would say. C.J. Stroud put the team on his back, man. Drove down the field in 46 seconds and got the dub. It came out after the game that he told his linemen, if you give me enough time, I'll make them pay. And that's exactly what he did. I mean, 30 for 42, 470 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. This is a rookie we're talking about. Local guy out of Rancho Cucamonga. I live out in the IE in Ontario, so I'm not too far from Rancho, right around the corner. So shout out to C.J. Stroud, man, local Southern Cal guy. But balled out, man. He broke the record for passing yards as a rookie. It was set by Andrew Luck. It was 433. He obviously surpassed that with the 470. He became the 6th player in NFL history to record 450 passing yards, 5 touchdowns with 0 picks. And he became the first rookie with at least 400 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, and 0 picks. But made some big throws. If you guys go back and watch the highlights, man, made some big throws in that drive. So he's obviously not fazed by pressure. I mean, he's been good against the blitz all year. So, I mean, that just shows you right there he's not fazed against the pressure. But, yeah, I just wanted to touch on C.J. Stroud and that victory by the Texans. I've been super impressed with this kid so far, and I think his future's super bright. They got a lot of good talent on the Texans, and they're headed in the right direction. But I want to show some love to a couple guys who balled out this week, man. So I got my ballers of the week. And I want to start off with Jonnu Smith, tight end from the Atlanta Falcons. 5 catches, 100 yards, 1 touchdown. Amari Cooper from the Cleveland Browns. 5 catches, 139 yards, 1 touchdown. Keaton Mitchell from the Ravens. 9 carries, 138 yards, 1 touchdown. Of course, C.J. Stroud, 30 for 42, 470, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And I got 3 of his receivers as well. He put up 470 yards, so you know his receivers had to ball out as well. Noah Brown, 6 catches, 153 yards, 1 touchdown. Dalton Schultz, the former Cowboy, 10 catches, 130 yards, 1 touchdown. And Tank Dell, 6 catches, 114 yards, 2 touchdowns. And we got Mr. Dak Prescott on the list. Although they didn't get the win. I know they didn't get the win, but Dak showed up and showed out, man. 29 for 44, 374, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. 0 picks. Yeah, let's go, Dak. Everybody wants to give Dak slack about the picks and the turnovers. And, hey, we went up against the top team in Philly. I know their defense and secondary has been struggling, but still, no interceptions. Super impressive. Or super impressed, I might say. And his receiver, CeeDee Lamb, 11 catches, 191 yards. But I can't just show love to the offense. I got to show some love to the defense. So I got some defensive ballers of the week. Jordan Hicks, linebacker from the Vikings, 9 tackles, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss. Grant Delpit, safety for the Browns, 8 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, half a sack. Byron Young, linebacker from the Rams. I know we got a lot of Rams fans out there watching. 8 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, or 2 sacks, 1 tackle for loss. Jawan Bentley, linebacker from the Pats, 10 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss. TJ Edwards, both of these guys play for the Bears. TJ Edwards and Jack Sanborn. Edwards had 10 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Sanborn, 8 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Dudes is all over the place, just making plays. Demario Davis, linebacker from the Saints, 8 tackles, 1 sack. Paulson Adebo, I believe I'm pronouncing that right. Adebo. Saints cornerback, 2 picks, man. 2 picks, balling out. Jordan Brooks, linebacker from the Seahawks, 9 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Levante David from the Bucks, 9 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. And Kenny Moore from the Indianapolis Colts, 7 solo tackles with 2 pick sixes. 2 pick sixes. Come on, talk about being locked in, man. Damone Clark, Cowboy linebacker, 8 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Zach Cunningham, Eagles linebacker, same exact stat line, 8 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. My defensive player of the week obviously has to be Kenny Moore, man. The 7 solo tackles and 2 pick sixes. So got to show some love to the individuals who are balling out, man. Especially the defensive guys. I know defensive guys really don't get much love. You know, anytime you watch sports and they show highlights or they just, you know, give players props, it's always offensive players, skill positions, stuff like that. So definitely had to show some love to the defensive guys. And, obviously my offensive player of the week would be C.J. Stroud. So, yeah, offensive player of the week, C.J. Stroud. Defensive player of the week, Kenny Moore. Congrats to y'all, man. Shout out for balling, doing your thing, putting the team on your back, and helping leading your team to victory. So, yeah, it's a bright future for the Colts as well. They got a lot of talent. I know they lost their quarterback, Richardson, but their offense is still looking nice. And we're going to touch on that a little more because we got some more stuff coming up for you after that. But we're going to take another little break, man, and we're going to come back with some gambling picks. So stay tuned because I know y'all want to win some money. Everybody want to win some money, want to win a little cash, you know what I'm saying? So don't go nowhere because we got some picks for you coming up next.
Hey everyone, I'm Neko Gumike with the LA Sparks, and you are watching Infanity Television.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Chanel Gwimike, and you're watching Infanity Television. Boom.
Shout out Infanity Television. This is Juju Watkins. See y'all.
Yo. It's the part of the show we're going to try to win some dough. So let's get into these gambling picks, man. Monday Night Football, we got the Los Angeles Chargers minus 3.5, so 3.5 point favorites against the New York Jets with the total coming in at 39.5. My pick for this game, I'm rolling with the under. I think it'll be a low-scoring game. The Chargers' passing offense has struggled, so I can see Zach Wilson putting up some yards, but their pass rush has been on fire. So I don't see him getting in the end zone a lot. I think he's going to face a lot of pressure, so, you know, a lot of incompletions, maybe a couple turnovers. But I'm rolling with the Los Angeles Chargers minus 3.5. The Jets, they got a good – the run game's been on fire. What's his name? Bryce God, I forgot the running back's name, but Bryce, he's been killing it in the run game, and that's where the Chargers have been struggling. Chargers have been struggling against the run, and I believe their passing game, they've given up at least 230 yards a game. I believe that's what it was. So I definitely got the Chargers. I got the under 39.5 in that game. For the Thursday night matchup, we got the Panthers versus the Chicago Bears. The Bears are 3.5-point favorites with the total coming in at 40.5. I'm rolling with the Bears in this one. I love what I'm seeing from Bagent. I believe it's Tyson Tyler. I'm going to say T. Bagent. I'm just going to say T. Bagent. I love what I'm seeing for him. He stepped in for Justin Fields, who's been injured. He has that dislocated thumb. Should be back soon. But I like what he's been doing. Put up a good fight against the Saints yesterday. But the offense looks good, man. He's moving the ball down the field. He's scrambling, taking off, running, doing his thing. That total's coming in at 40.5. I could see it being a low-scoring game, but I'm going to go with the Bears minus 3.5. I think the Panthers they got a lot to work on. Young squad, Bryce Young, they're trying to get it going, figuring it out. A lot of rookies, stuff like that. So I just like what I see in the Bears. I believe their defense is a tad bit better. Both defenses are kind of struggling. Obviously, the Bears' defense isn't what we're used to seeing from the Bears. That's always what they've hung their hat on and prided themselves on was their defense. So I'm going to roll with the Chicago Bears minus the 3.5. We're going to keep it rolling. The new Indianapolis Colts, versus the New England Patriots. The Colts are 2-point favorites with the total coming in at 43.5. I got to roll with the Colts, man. They've been putting up points. I believe it's almost 20 points a game, almost every game this season. Patriots defense just up and down. They look good one week, then they kind of struggle, give up points the next. So not really the consistent Patriots defense that we're used to seeing. Gardner Minshew's doing his thing. Like I said, Jonathan Taylor, he's back. They brought him back a couple weeks ago. They got some good receivers in Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman. I know Pittman hasn't really been as big of a factor as we thought based off of what he did last season. But I love the Colts in this game, minus two. But I could see the under coming in also on the total. I could see that being a low-scoring game, 43.5. If the Patriots defense shows up and can hold the Colts, to under 20 points, then obviously you got a good chance of the total coming in because the Patriots offense is, I don't even know what the Patriots offense is, man. I want to say it's non-existent, but Mac Jones has had a couple games where he's looked good. He's looked all right, but he's another one, up and down, inconsistent. So got to roll with the Colts minus 2 on this one. We got the Cleveland Browns versus the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are 6-point favorites with the total coming in at 38.5. I'm definitely taking the under in this one. This is going to be an ugly, low-scoring, grinded-out type of game, smash-mouth football. Two top defenses in the league. The Ravens offense is doing their thing, and but both defenses are holding their own, putting the team on their back. And I got under 38.5 for the Browns and the Ravens. 49ers minus 3 against the Jags. I know the Niners are trying to get back on track. Had a couple losses in a row. That's not why I'm taking the Jaguars. I'm taking the Jaguars just because I like what I've seen from them, man. They've been really impressive. Trevor Lawrence looks a lot better, a lot more comfortable in this system. I love what Travis Etienne's doing. They still got to figure out how to get Calvin Ridley involved a little more. But they're a feisty team, man. Young, confident team. They just go out there and ball. They just go out there and play. That total's coming in at 44.5. I could see the over coming in that game. I could see the Jaguars putting up some points on the Niners. I mean, obviously, because I'm taking the Jags to win. I'm taking the 3 points, though. I didn't say money line. I'm taking the 3 points. But, yeah, I could see the over coming in that one. But my favorite play is the Jags plus the 3. So that's what I'm rocking with on that one. Saints minus 2.5 versus the Vikings. Vikings just got Joshua Dobbs from the Cardinals. He's been looking good. He was looking good with the Cardinals. Now he comes to Minnesota. He's looking good there. They got some good weapons. I know Jefferson's hurt, but they still got Addison. I think it's Braylon Addison. You still got Alexander Madison. And then you still got, who's the other receiver? God, I can't think of his name right now. But they got a nice offense. They're doing their thing. Saints, their offense is, not what we thought. Not what we thought, considering the weapons they got. You got Michael Thomas back. You got Alvin Kamara back there. You got Rashid Shaheed. You got Chris Olave. And for just some reason, they can't put it together. They just haven't been clicking like I thought they would. I know Derek Carr's been struggling, but with those weapons, man, he's more than capable. These are the best weapons he's had, in my opinion. Even with Oakland, I feel like these are the best weapons he's had. So I'm rolling with the Vikings. Same thing. I'm taking the 2.5 points, but I wouldn't be surprised if they win that game outright. So that total's at 41. I like the over in that game. If you guys don't like the Vikings, if y'all don't like that play, you could go ahead and roll with the over. Over 41. I think both teams will put up some points. Vikings defense, they're not all that, So I could see the Saints actually getting something going this game and putting some points up on the scoreboard. So rolling with the Vikings in that one, plus the 2.5. The Texans and the Bengals. Bengals -7 with the total at 46. The Bengals are back, man. Obviously, Burrow was hurt the first couple weeks because they did not look like themselves at all. The whole team didn't. I mean, obviously, Burrow didn't. So if he's not himself, then the offense isn't going to be what we expect it to be. But now they got it clicking. They're rolling, and they're looking like the Bengals now. So Bengals -7. I think they cover that spread. Well, I wouldn't say easy, but I think they cover that spread. Like I said, the Texans just did their thing against Tampa Bay. Huge confidence booster winning that game. They got good chemistry. They're able to put up points. They get a lot of yards. So I like the Bengals -7, but I love the over. If you guys want to take the over, I love over 46. Bengals defense, they're known to give up some points. Not a defense I'm confident in as far as shutting teams down or really locking teams down, shutting down the other team's best weapons. That's not what they do. The team's success is predicated off of their offense. So the Bengals go as Burrow in that offense goes. So I got to take the Bengals -7. I love the over 46. Moving on, we got the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are 3.5-point favorites with the total at 38. I'm going with the under. I'm taking under 38. I think it's going to be a defensive game, ugly game. Packers defense still pretty decent. They've had some struggles here and there. Steelers defense, Steelers defense is doing what the Steelers defense does. Same with the Bears. They pride themselves on defense. That's what they've always been known for. You go back to the 70s, 80s. That's just what the Steelers hang their hat on is the defense. So I think it's going to be the same thing as the Browns-Ravens. Ugly, low-scoring game, grinded out type of game. Not a lot of points at all, at least that I see. I don't see, you guys may think it could go over, but I'm definitely rocking with the under. So under 38 is my play on that game. And we got the Titans and the Bucks. The Bucks -1 favorites with the total at 38. That was a tough loss for the Bucks. Tough loss for the Bucks. So I don't know how they're going to bounce back, but it's a must-win game. And if you ask me, I would say their last 2 games were must-win games. They're now on a 4-game losing streak. They were just 3-1 a couple weeks ago. They've lost 4 in a row. Now they're 3-5. They definitely don't want to fall to 3-6. You're going against a rookie quarterback in Will Levis. He's looked good. Don't get me wrong. He's had some moments. He's looked decent. I know they got DeAndre Hopkins. He's come, he got it going these last couple weeks. He kind of got off to a slow start. Obviously, you got King Henry back there. But I think Tampa Bay finds a way to win this game because they need to. Desperate teams are always dangerous, man. Remember that. Desperate teams are always dangerous. So I love the Buccaneers as 1-point favorites in this game. And I also love the under 38 because the Titans defense has been nice too. They've been looking good. I feel like that's been the strength of that team so far this season is their defense. Even before Levis went out, when Tannehill was there, their offense wasn't, their offense wasn't really doing much. It was the defense that was really holding things down. So I'm rocking with the Bucks as 1-point favorites in that game. And then we got the Bucks division rivals, the Atlanta Falcons, -2.5. So they're 2.5-point favorites going against the Arizona Cardinals. The total's 41.5. If Desmond Ritter's back, I got the Falcons. I'm not sure. He's in concussion protocol. They started Taylor Heineke last game or yesterday. So if Ritter's back, I'm going with the Falcons. If Heineke's starting, I'll still go with the Falcons. I think they'll still cover the 2.5-point spread. I believe the under will come in 41.5 just because the Cardinals, they just lost Joshua Dobbs. So they've just been, God, the Cardinals, it's been rough over there for the whole season. I know Dobbs was looking good, but just in general, it's been rough. They had some good moments. They played tough, put up some points against a couple teams, but I like the Falcons defense, man. The Falcons got a good run defense. They got a lot of good talent on offense. So I'm rocking with the Falcons, 2.5-point favorites, but I could also see the under coming in at 41.5. So that's what I got for that game. We got a couple more for you. Hang tight. We got the Lions and the Chargers. Lions, 1.5-point favorites. Now, I said Chargers play tonight, Monday night, so this is next week. This is next Sunday. And mind you, some of these lines will change. Some of these lines are going to go up, down, maybe a half a point, just because we still got a whole week. These are early lines. So I got the Lions -1.5 against the Chargers. I think I'm going to rock with the over. The total's coming in at 48.5. I think I'm going to rock with the over. Lions offense is looking good, man. Lions, Goff, Khalif Raymond, they're looking good, so I'm rocking with that. Got the Cowboys minus 16 against the Giants. I don't like this game at all. I really don't have a confident play in this one. 16 points is a lot, so I'll probably have to go with the under because I don't think the Giants are going to get much going. Seahawks minus 6.5 against the Commanders. Total at 45.5. I'm rocking with the over. Seahawks defense is nice. The offense is nice. Defense can give up points. Commanders can score. Got 2 more games for y'all. Jets, 2.5-point favorites against the Raiders. Total 36.5. Rocking with the Raiders. Antonio Pierce turning that team around. Complete difference since he took over. Last game, baby. Monday Night Football. Who doesn't love Monday Night Football? Broncos against the Bills. Bills minus 7.5. They just lost that tough game against the Bengals. Must win for them. So I'm rocking with the Bills. 7.5-point favorites, man. If y'all want to win some cash, go ahead and follow some of these plays. And let's get this money. Much love to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all be cool. Be easy. I'm out.